name is John Dark. I'm a musician and performance artist based in Berlin, and I'm here with the amazing Cristian Selva Huygens to interview him for Cinettica. So, you just came back from Amsterdam to do a concert fitting with Jared Leto, right?
Yeah.
And before that, you dressed Lady Gaga for her Chromatica Ball film premiere. And I thought it would be kind of funny because the outfit I'm wearing is by Reba Aziz, who also dressed Lady Gaga for the same event, for the press release. And huge shout out at this point to Reba Aziz. And I wanted to ask you, Selva, what was your experience working with these artists? Like, how is it working with them?
Yeah, pretty new for sure. To start with something totally new, but the experience, amazing. I need to say, they are, really take care of everything and trusting also is important. Trusting on what we were doing, job, and yeah, they have an amazing team that can make works everything. With more or less time, it's everything possible. So.
How did the word from America reach you? Like, did they just write you on Instagram or?
Yeah, actually yes. At first with a message. It was a request, so I need to check. And it was just an immediately call on a Sunday afternoon where I was actually working on some pieces here. So Nicola, the stylist from Gaga, for example, he was for the pro directly. So since that day we started that Sunday already working on the piece.
And can you tell us a little bit more about the process, how you worked on it?
Pretty much directed by Nicola. It was pretty much that day online by phone. Literally me finishing this shot, the looks I was just developing, sending pics and feedback, and okay, this direction goes well, this not, I like this, I don't like that. So they were really sure what they wanted actually, and that's really important. It makes everything easier.
Mm-hmm.
It worked fine with a good direction.
Beautiful.
From them.
So we're here in Weiße Siedlung, Berlin. Did you choose this place as your place for the studio because everything you do is in white, or was this an accident?
No, you're right. Actually, I think it's a beautiful coincidence.
Yeah. Because
nothing is too much planned, like that thing. And I think it was meant to be moving here, and also there's a lot of brutalism. But you can see car shops in your entrance coming here. Noises from different discipline jobs, people doing studio. So, coincidence. And the studio actually wasn't white at all in the moment, so I started to turn it white.
Mm-hmm.
The flow was the last thing to do it, but now I'm about doubting because since I'm working here, you can see a splash of paint everywhere, and I cannot like it now. So maybe the flow will stay like this.
Nice. What is the secret of the variety of your collections? Like when you work only with whites, what inspires you to make new and interesting outfits?
Yeah, the white actually became when I was doing another discipline of work, let's say.
You were studying architecture, right?
Yeah, architecture. Yeah, the roots are architecture. But then, got into design and furniture. Work is also in Netherlands in a furniture company. So it was that direction. But I got stuck, and also I was into yellow, another palette of color. So you get stuck and say, okay, this is not going everywhere for me. Need to change discipline, a palette of colors and everything. So the first thing I had in my mind was white means nothing. White means just birth, baby, no contamination. Forget everything you learn in your school, whatever. From white, feel like it's nothing. White, you die. It's nothing with white, and became and it's something to find another palette of colors, and I'm still stuck in white. So the plan is to change, but I'm still stuck in the white because I found it interesting.
I think like white is also like a canvas, right? So it's like
Yeah, exactly. Actually, you can be
yeah.
keeping the canvas. And I think in another hand it's easier.
Yeah.
I need to be mixing colors and stuff, but maybe that doesn't match together.
That's true. Yeah, that's really
It's white. Everything is white.
Yeah.
You are sure?
Yeah, I like that. And how did the car enter into your field of artistic exploration?
The car thing, no, I think it was, but always hanging around the street and bringing stuff that I found to make a furniture actually. So the main thing was because the first thing that I was doing was the furniture out of the car parts as well that you can see here in the studio. So that was the first thing, and I found them later when I was doing the fashion that they can actually be really ergonomical. They can really fit body shape pretty well without too much work. And since that, just trying to install on the models the car piece, and then you can start to model it, to shape it, melt it, and they can be an accessory and keep the concept brutalist in a reality, pretty brutally. The way I like it, I think it gave me a chance to, even it's fashion, you can actually go pretty wild also and put just a car part on a model.
Did you study brutalism when you were studying architecture?
I mean, it's always a movement that in architecture you have it really present, and for sure it was the main. I fell in love. Architect building through this thing of showing construction details, not hiding anything, less materials, more directly. It was in love, first love.
So it was. You told me earlier that you always have a piece here, and then you look at it, and then you're also your first model. So is that something like that you think about? Like, do you think about a certain character or a person if you imagine a piece, or is it like you, or what is it for you when you create a new piece?
No, I think I don't put. No, I don't put a specific. Nothing. Just. I'm on my first model. Start with me. And when I see I can fit it, everyone can fit it as well. I can make it fit to everyone. And but nothing particular, I would say. Imagine that this is a match, and I just go ahead, and then the final exam is put it on a human being, so the model, and then. But usually at the moment it's kind of working. So.
And what kind of materials do you prefer using? Like next to the car, of course.
No, of course, the main material, fabric I use, different kind of fabric. And then, the elements, I would say, is the fabric with always a coat of white paint, which is a particular one. It's white old 0096. The coat is like old white. And then you have the stainless steel that match always pretty well, or the hardware and carabines that help to ensemble every piece. So yeah, they are the three elements: fabric, plastic, car parts, carabines.
Beautiful.
And that's all you need.
What does fashion mean to you? Is there any particular reason why you started doing fashion?
Yeah, it became, let's say, so I was creating exhibitions as first in ATM banks as a way to show the work without galleries interested in the work. And the main thing was showing the furniture and canvas. And then it became the idea I introduce a performance, I interact with the pieces around. And then, of course, became that they need to be dressed somehow. Yeah, particularly, you need to make an outfit for them. So everything started from there. Starting trying to build the outfit, gluing fabric and plastic because I didn't know how to sew the machine and stuff, nothing. So first look are made out of, pretty raw, but that's how it started, and then, try to learn by myself. But then, when I started doing, if I go back in my family, there were some. My grandmother also used to make a wedding dress, so I used to spend days in the studio, just sitting down and watching models coming for fitting, hours and hours. But just watching, observing, never actually introduced them to or that I was able to also make that. So, it's nice that some years ago you see how you can introduce something from your childhood and unexpected, because until a few years ago I started with fashion, it was never in my architecture, industry, design, and that's what you do.
And now you make wedding dresses out of cars.
And I somehow I found a way to keep my joy for brutalism and hardcore materials. Yeah, exactly, and put it on fashion.
Yeah. How did you find your artistic language? Like, you were talking about these performances that you made. Did you create them? Like, did you direct them, or were you collaborating with other people?
No, I was always creating the exhibitions, the intervention, because I call intervention what I was doing in the ATM banks and metro station. Always as a creator. I believe it's the only way to develop. Starting from you. Even in the world of fashion, I did one little show, the first one showing 5 looks, and a few months after, I was creating a fashion show in my own studio. There came 8 brands brought from outside Germany even. But I feel that is the best way to get into I wanted to get into fashion, create your own fashion show, bring the brands, and I need to say the initiative always came from me, because I knew it's the only way. Since years waiting to some gallery or someone interested in your work, you cannot sit down waiting, so you create your stuff, and it worked, I would say.
I would say so too. I would say so too, that it's working. So, what you said earlier about creating your own fashion shows, that leads me to the question that I also had. So with Cinettica, you were with us in Mahala last year in Berlin for our 6th edition. And what was this experience like for you?
Yeah, I read with Cinettica. Yeah, it was really amazing last year. The approach from David from Cinettica. Yeah, started working from the first day. He was really and yeah, he tried it on me since the first day, as I must say, and yeah, until the first show in Mahala, was great experience. The space was perfect, also matching with my aesthetic and everything. Yeah, worked it out great. Yeah, the team also make it work excellent. So yeah, it was the first great experience, and also yeah, we be able to show a lot of the brutalist car parts. The space was meant to show that, so it was nice to show the first big pieces, and then it became this year actually again approach from David, and we make it again for the fashion week, and as well we went through a bit more harder in the car parts, and yeah, it was a great experience to show also there, and yeah, and the last thing, this shooting today we made, which probably we'll see soon.
Is it does Berlin inspire you at all for your outfits?
Yeah, have some mixed emotion with Berlin, but yeah, I need to say that I had the freedom, as I said, to even do exhibitions in ATM banks. I mean, I want to say every time I was doing the thing in ATM bank, it was setting the exhibition, finishing, take everything out, and I was bringing mapping and cleaning stuff, and we were mapping and cleaning every single thing and leaving everything cleaner than before. That's just something I need to say. So yeah, having the freedom to do this kind of stuff, you cannot do. I was traveling around everywhere. You cannot do that in another city at all. So a lot of course, freedom is really important. I had it here.
Was it the reason why you came here, or why did you choose it?
No, randomly. While I was living in Denmark for 1 year, this kind of working visa we have in Argentina. So then my visa expired, and I need to apply somewhere else or go back to Argentina. That wasn't the plan. So I applied to the same visa in Germany. I got it, and yeah, it was the main reason. I didn't know much about Berlin.
So there's like 2 more questions that I have. What do you plan for the future of your brand?
Okay, I would say, if the universe can let me keep on doing this the way I like, I'll be happy. Just keep on producing stuff, showing. Fashion shows is the thing I most enjoy also. So try and develop the brand as much as I can, involving other disciplines and people. I trust in other people too. Everyone can give what I cannot.
So how did you end up in Berlin? Like, how was your journey?
So I left. I'm originally from Argentina. I left on 2016 directly to Copenhagen, Denmark. So stay 1 year there. Also doing all kind of jobs, and then I got internship in Eindhoven, Netherlands for furniture design and stuff. And then I applied for a visa to stay in Germany, but without knowing much about Berlin actually, but just because was a visa available for me to stay 1 year more and see how I would develop something here. And that was 2017 till now. Some years already. That took, I would say 7 years, something, I don't know, to develop what is now.
And is there any advice for young artists that you have? Like, how did you make it?
Yeah, of course, it's only by doing, and it's also trusting in the process. That's it. The process is everything. Do it by doing, process, and that's the only way you're gonna find your idea, just working. The idea comes naturally. People will start recognizing, but that doesn't come in from one day to another. Years. Or you are like more talented and less, but it's just by working. And as soon as you get your idea, people like it or not, but you have the idea and people recognize, I don't like this, but that's recognizable as well.
Thank you so much for this interview.
Thank you. Thanks for trusting as well in this Frankenstein.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm so happy that we could visit you in your studio. It's a super amazing place, and you're a very lovely and wonderful person. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thanks to you and Sam. I appreciate you.